So, exciting advancement. The drone saga continues, where the guy came and drone mapped the place. He sent me the maps. I've looked at the maps extensively. I've printed them out and drawn on them and thought about the land in ways I couldn't before, even though I've thought about it for a couple decades. And now I go back to visit him, and he's going to give me his expert opinion about something. I don't know how it's going to go, but he knows stuff I don't. Particularly about hydrology. I'm very interested in maximizing the use of water flow on the land. And when I say that, it's confusing to a lot of people because I don't have creeks and rivers. But water actually flows under the dirt, right? So when the rain hits the dirt, it soaks into the ground and it flows underground, slowly going downhill. And so he has one of his maps, is the hydrology map, that shows what look like little rivers and stuff, but they're not little rivers. It's where the slope of the land would cause water to go. And so one of the questions I asked him, I didn't send him my maps, like what my plans and my crazy ideas are, because I don't want to pollute his mind. But I did ask him some questions about, where he would, for example, put ponds. Because if you're going to look at a land fresh, then that's an opportunity you have, is to put in ponds and lakes. Like Sepp Holzer, S-E-P-P, Holzer, no T. He's an Australian guy. He builds lakes on his land in Austria. And the way he does it's really cool. There's no plastic. There's no concrete. He bulldozes it. He puts pigs in it. And then he puts in bentonite clay, which is a type of clay that expands when it's wet. And so that seals it enough at least to slow the water flow. And so the question is, will I be able to build ponds? And some of them I will use concrete. I will make pools and have water that I know I can have water for birds and animals all year long. So, but I don't want to use plastic because that just degrades, becomes garbage. I hate that shit. So, today basically I'm going to get a view of the land I've never had before from an expert point of view. And he's going to tell me stuff that I don't agree with. He's going to suggest I put roads where I don't want them. Probably. And I'm going to try really hard to keep my mouth shut and not say, oh, well, but I don't want that there, and get into some kind of disagreement or argument about it. I don't want that. I'm trying to get his fresh perspective because I'm paying a lot for that. And that's another reason, if you like my projects and my messages, to donate to it. And I'm going to do a crowdfunding project here pretty soon. I'm really motivated right now. I've got my first people installed. They're coming along nicely. They're learning how to survive in the forest, which is not the easiest place to survive. But so far, we're doing good. We're 3 days in. So my hope is to build an amazing project, but the first part is to treat the land differently than most people treat land. Land developers have the wrong philosophy, and they want to maximize their profit. I want to maximize the relationship with the land. That's just a different goal. And so whatever this guy tells me, I'm going to try and listen really carefully. I might record some of it. I've got my camera, which is one of the things I need to fund fixing, because both the batteries are screwed and I need a windscreen for it, and the whole camera is kind of old and beat up, so I probably just need a new camera. But I might want to crowdfund $30,000, $300,000. If I want to buy a piece of land that gets me better road access or something. So, I'm spending quite a bit on this drone project. For me, it's a small amount of money for people that have money, but it's a lot for me. But it gives me a vision that will give me confidence to continue developing this project and be able to invite other people, build housing for them in the right locations, and use those spots for ponds the best way. And who knows what those ponds could have. They could have koi, you know, carp, the colored carp from like Japan and China and stuff. Those are really cool. And they're kind of a luxury item, really. I just think they're magic fish, so I like them. But we could also grow tilapia or just regular carp. But if I'm going to grow carp, I might as well grow koi, because koi are carp. So we'll see. But hang in there, watch my videos, and I'll keep trying to give you information that nobody else will give you, because they don't do things this way.